Hi everybody. Today we come to Major Arcana number 19, the Sun. When this card comes in a tarot reading, the face of the person beams like the sun. This person needs to have no tarot knowledge, no psychic knowledge, no, and even if that person has not had any astrological understanding, just anyone, just about anyone who is come for a tarot reading, and if this card comes, they feel this exuberance. There is this quote I read when I was in college. It said that those who bring sunshine to the lives of others cannot keep it away from themselves. It's just that's the quality of sunshine. It's like you the it just spreads. It just spreads. Um the other thing is, the time before dawn. It's a very, very magical time. It's completely dark. And then the sun rises. And when it rises, there is this natural reverence that happens in you. And you bow down to the majesty of what the sun is. It just happens. It just happens in your heart. No one needs to tell you to bow down. No one needs to tell you to say the Gayatri mantra. And it is just something internal that happens to us, and that is the that is the mahima of the sun. That is the charm of the sun. That is the charisma of the sun, is that we feel infused with life, we feel infused with light. And yes, it is, we do feel infused in life, and on a very visceral level, because it's because of the sun we have an earth, right? Our whole solar system comes from the sun. It is the Shakti, it's a fueling thing of the entire solar system. It is a Shakti as well as the consciousness. Um, you know, the reason we have life on Earth is because we are at this right distance from the sun, and it gives us, uh, the sun's energy is used by the plants through the process of photosynthesis. So we are, and then it gets eaten by animals and insects, and it finds its way into us. So we are not only energized, not only is the earth um deriving life from the sun, through its warmth and everything, through its gravity, but also directly we are ingesting the sun. When we ingest plants, we are ingesting that solar energy. If our body is soaking up that vitamin D, so in so many ways sun is becoming a part of us, and that is what vitalizes us, that is what nourishes us. My dad used to say that, in India everything rises with the rising of the sun. That's how the day starts. And uh, that is and it is very orange. When the sun is rising, it's orange. And our whole destiny rises with the rising sun. And that holy feeling you get with the sun, that reverence that comes, it's no wonder even that saffron orange color is used by the holy men, because it creates that reverence in you. That is why that saffron color is the most holy. Every culture in the world has worshipped the sun in some form. Even Vishnu is considered to be a solar deity. Ram, when he took avatar as Ram, they are all the Suryavanshis. So every culture, Egyptian or the Chinese, any culture you see in the world has worshipped sun. Even the oldest civilizations. Now, if we look at our hero's journey, our tarot journey, we had card number 16, that was the Tower, and where our whole false assumptions and beliefs were like decimated. They were brought to ground. And then we had the star that shined hope, and it showed us the path ahead. The star was like a lighthouse showing us where to go in darkness. And then came the moon, where we got some psychic intuitions. We we got some light about our path, but it was incomplete. And finally, here comes the sun, and everything is suffused with light. The sun is what enlightens. The sun reveals everything. You see this child who is naked, and it just shows that everything is now seen clearly. Even you can express yourself clearly. There are nothing is hidden. There are no hidden agendas. Um, you see the white horse, which is innocence, grace, also power. Once upon a time, the power was uh, the unit of power was horsepowers. It's horsepower. And it also shows that the connection between the solar god and the horse. In many cultures, the horses were what drove the chariot of the sun. Sun is also sheer joy. It is the sheer joy of someone who is just living their purpose in life. The sun is very connected to the solar plexus, so all the qualities associated with the solar plexus also come into play here. The sun is the grand success in life. It is when you're living your soul purpose. It is when you're living your unique essence. We all have this unique, heroic talent, and when we are living that, that's when we get grand success. That's when we have this sheer exuberance, sheer joy. That's when our energy is directly connected to the source of life. And we can work really hard. We are getting constantly replenished by the source. When we are not living our purpose, when we are not living our unique essence, when if you're living someone else's dharma, then we will constantly feel exhausted. We don't have that vitality, we don't have that energy. Now, this card is 1 plus 9, right? That is 10, which also comes to 1. So it is also connected to the magician, who's number 1. It is connected to number 10, which is the wheel of fortune. And it is also connected to the other tens of the tarot deck, right? All the tens and ones of the tarot deck. So the and also, before I forget, the sun card is also sometimes an indication of pregnancy. So usually Empress and Sun and the Ace of Fire, these are connected to um, you know pregnancy or child. But that doesn't mean in every reading you should connect it. You should look at the querent's question, and it also depends on if the person is age 60 or 80, then maybe that's not the way to go. So we have to use our common sense. Um, this you know this card is, think about the magician. Okay, now again, think now magician is also Vishnu, who's also a solar deity, which is why he also wears that pitambar color, and there are many symbols which associate Vishnu to the sun god. There is a strong association with them. So the magician is about bringing the divine cosmic will on the earth. And when you're living your purpose in life, that's exactly what you're doing. So when you are bringing the cosmic will on earth, when you're manifesting the cosmic will, you're living the purpose by using all the four tarot, tarot astras, I would say. Your when you have mastery of emotions, mastery over money or resources, mastery over thought, over your mind, which is clarity of thought and living in consciousness. Uh, when you have when you have mastery of action, of fire, so that's when you will get this grand success. That's when the wheel of fortune will turn and you will get this grand success. And it what accompanies with it is like you will feel like a new beginning has been made, which is why they also show the child. It will feel like this new beginning when you're able to use all these new resources towards your purpose. And there is this, everything will feel new again, and everything will forever feel new. So sun is also connected to eternal youth, because every night it sleeps and then again the sun is born. So it is connected to youth, it is connected to vitality. um, there is also, you know sun is also your relationship with your father. It's your relationship with the authority figures in your life and how you're dealing with them. This card is about vitality, about courage, about being in the spotlight. As I said, grand success. When you have this creative burst of energy, that is the sun. Confidence, great confidence, self esteem. When you are a hero, when your heroic talent is shining, when you can finally see your path. When everything about a situation is revealed and you can finally see, that's that's the sun card. When you have this shot of energy, of cosmic energy, you just feel that energy in you. That is the sun. And it's just this sheer exuberance of life. So that's what the sun is. I would say the sun does cast its shadow. uh, there are shadows that happen in the sun, and this card is extremely positive. The only few things about it is that, when you get the sun card, make sure that it's not all about you. The sun card, when it comes, you're in the spotlight, but make sure that, you're not just, you have empathy for others. It's not all about you. Let others also bask in that sunshine. Bring that sunshine even to the light of others. Let multiple people shine. And then the other thing is that make sure you're not getting burnt out. So that is another danger with this card, is that you have this flash of sun and then you get extremely exhausted. So just look into that. The questions I want you to look at is, look at what is the grandest success of your life. When did you experience your sun moment? The second question is, what does success mean to you? And third is, what do you want the sun to shine his light upon in your life? Is there anything you would like the sun to enlighten in your life? Okay, thank you.